What's going on, guys? So I want to talk about the Deck of Fate today, and I also want to, restore some faith in you guys on the longevity of humanity. And you may think that makes no sense, and to be honest, it doesn't, because I've been messing with some AI stuff for the last hour, I believe, and unless somebody much smarter than me is dealing with this, ChatGPT just doesn't know how to make simple stuff, or I thought was simple stuff, work. So I started this venture of trying to do the math behind this myself, which was okay. I was actually getting somewhere. I was making some good progress, but I'm like, you know what? I want to take this a step further and use AI to actually give me all the answers I need. Well, little did I know that I would end up, I actually had to log into a new profile because I went through too many questions on my other profile. I logged into another one and I started with asking, giving a good breakdown, letting it know what's going on, okay? Okay, how about this? Each run of Nightmare, the champions, the stuff, yeah, it does not know at all how this stuff works. And even when I explain it, I correct it, and then 2 sentences later, it's like, oh, you're gonna need this. No, 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 no. I wanted to take 800 champions, 800 rank 1 champions, turn them into rank 2 champions. To do that, it would go from 800 to 400. It would get that, and then to go from the 400 new rank 2s you have up to rank 3, you would need 133 of the rank 2 champions taken to level 20, and the remainder 266 rank 2s, I want to take those to level 7. Now, this may be getting complicated to you, and it's probably sounding like all mumbo jumbo at this point, but after doing it for a little while, I finally did get a decent answer from ChatGPT. I said, okay, the math is great, and I want to break this down. But also, I want to share with you guys some of my thoughts and opinions, and the fact that this event, based on this Reddit post with Saf in the picture, which he probably do some better math later on today, so guys, don't worry. I just want to really share with you all that ChatGPT. Oh, I also had it try to build a table for me one time. It's horrible. That table was a monstrosity. It had like 6 legs in the front, 5 legs in the back. I asked it, why does it have these legs? And it was putting boards that should have been horizontal, it was putting them vertical. It was an absolute atrocity. I don't know why anybody would be worried about AI taking over stuff, because I can tell you, at least with the AI we currently have in ChatGPT, which obviously there's much more advanced stuff, yeah, we are safe for a long time. Now, with this picture right here, we can see that leveling up champions in the previous Deck of Fate was 10 points for rank 6, 385 for actually taking them up, and then 10 points for actually leveling those champions. You can see now they're all nerfed. All the points are less than they were before, so move this up a little bit higher. And you don't need AI to tell you that 8 points is more than 6, which this has been nerfed. The percentages it's been nerfed, I guess about 50%. No, not quite that much. For rank 3, it's a little bit of a nerf. For rank 1, it's a little bit of a nerf. Was it 20%? Maybe 20% less each time. So we definitely have an impact on the points. And you're going to feel this when you actually go through this stuff. Now, what I've done is I went to the Hell Hades Stages tool, and I took the drop rates for both Brutal and Nightmare campaign. My plan for this event is to double dip and triple dip wherever I can. I don't necessarily plan to finish everything. It's 40 cards here, which is 40,000 points. It's a decent amount of energy. I don't have any energy in my inbox. I want to keep it under, say, 2,000, 3,000 maybe gems being spent, but I think there's a really good opportunity to double dip or even triple dip in several events, and maybe you could just do these events and then kind of go from there. So tomorrow, we're going to have 2 events start up that you can double dip in, and then I'll get into the ChatGPT nonsense as well as the my math breakdown. But this will be relevant to everybody, whether the math is butchered or not. But Champion Chase tomorrow, if you're going to go with the breakdown that I give you in just a moment from ChatGPT, this is actually good because you'll be opening about around 800, maybe even more mystery shards, which is really not that bad and actually turns out to be kind of decent, especially if you have a raid pass or forge pass. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the only way you can get this to happen, which is running in chapter 12, stage 6. And what we're going to do is run one time with food champions. So 1, 2, 3, 3 food champions. We want to reset this, throw in my ray. But essentially, one run, of course, having the experience banner on, but also having, I believe the Forge Pass may work, I'm not 100% sure, but definitely with the raid card, it does work, that you do one run, and you get the 3 rank 1 level 1 champions up to level 10. This is actually pretty efficient. Now, after we finish this, once we get these champions to like 2-star, once we're doing any other runs, we're going to take these champions and level them on Brutal. Now, of course, this is not peak efficiency. There's far more efficient ways to do this. For example, you can come into your champion vaults. If you store up 5-star, 4-star champions, just drop some brews into these. Every run that I'm doing in those dungeon content, you can just come over here. If I can find the champion training calculator, you can see, okay, for a 2-star champion, we take them to level 7, which is either one run of 12-3 brutal or one brew to level 10. So you can drop brews into these champions. So every 8 energy that I'm spending for a level 7, or it's 2-star to level 7, you just use one brew, get them level 10. Very, very easy stuff, and a nice way to get a good chunk of points. And if you're somebody like me who has quite a bit of brews, we haven't had any champion training events recently, just drop one brew into them, and boom, that's an instant, easy 9 points. Now, it's a little bit more manual work because you could do the others just with RSL Helper, walk away, it's no problem. Throw a lot of the champions you don't use into your reserve vault, and then just load up RSL Helper, walk away for a little while, and have it run through a lot of your stuff. But essentially, when it comes to these events, I'm going to be doing this with the 1-star champions, kind of going off this stuff. 1-star champions, 2-star champions, and just building them up for future stockpiles. But what I was talking about with the whole champion chase tournament tomorrow is if you're opening 800 plus mystery shards, you're going to make some pretty decent progression in the champion chase tournament. Also, if you're doing brutal or nightmare campaign, you're going to be picking up some rare champions, getting yourself even more points. Are you going to max this out? Absolutely not. That'd be insane to think so. But you can maybe open up a few ancient shards, maybe like 10 or so, and get yourself relatively close. Actually, matter of fact, it's a void shard 2x tomorrow. So, well, yeah, tomorrow. So you actually have a better chance of actually getting some decent completion with this. So for me, I'm going to be using some mystery shards to go ahead and get closer to completing this. But also what you can do is start doing some dragon for the dragon turn attack. Now, I have a few videos on some champions who can solo higher stages of dragon, Nishak being an amazing option. But champions like Theodore can be used with a lot of different duo comps. I did a video a while back on Corpul, or was it, who was it? What was the guy's name? I forget. Corvus the Corruptor, whatever his name is. He can do very good for solo and dragon. I believe it's stage 9, so pretty high. I don't have him. I don't even know what faction he's part of, but he's a good champion. There's a lot of champions we could use if you're doing higher stages, or you can even drop it down to stage 5. But if you solo some of those stages, you'll be getting the points from the item drops. You'll be getting points for leveling up your champions, and you'll be picking up points for the dragon turn attack. So even if you're somebody who doesn't want to go in and just go full out and just get all 40 cards, it is expensive. You can at least come in here, do the champion chase stuff, pop some mystery shards, spend a couple thousand energy maybe, level some champions up, drop some brews into these champions. For a level 1 or for a rank 1 champion, how many brews does it take to max them out, I wonder? Let's see. You can drop some brews into these champions. This is probably not efficient. It's probably going to take 2, I bet. Yeah, it takes 2. So I wouldn't even do this. I would just do Nightmare, 1 run, be done. So level some champions up. Just do it kind of light if you don't want to invest a bunch of resources. For me, I would like to get close to 20,000 points. Flip about half the cards because the rewards are actually pretty sweet. We have, I believe it was 6 epic artifacts, 6 epic 6-star artifacts, 3 legendary 6-star artifacts, and 3 mythical 6-star artifacts, and then the remainder being the respective rarity for art or accessories, which are all great. Pinpoint is a very good set. You may not need a ton of it, but it's going to take quite a bit to actually get some good pieces. I mean, heck, you could get these and they all be useless. But if we're double dipping, triple dipping, and getting other beneficial things happening during this, then I see it as just a win-win all around. Now for this, my breakdown, before I went into this ChatGPT rabbit hole, which was pretty scary, honestly, I was very close to just saying, I'm not even doing this video. This is just messing my brain up. My brain became mush, basically. But with the Forge Pass and Raid Pass, this will be a little bit easier to do. Obviously, if you purchased higher levels of the Forge Pass, it's going to be that much easier. But if you just got the basic level, you're going to get extra silver and experience from all battles. Also, keep in mind, when you're doing Brutal 12-3, you're going to get better silver from selling the shield. So you're getting good silver, you're getting the rewards from the various different dungeons, and you're really just getting an overall pretty solid income from just various different areas. Now, back to this. If I can ever get back to focusing. This event will last for 3 days. Dragon event and the Champion Chase Tournament both work out great for this. Now, Brutal 12-3, you're going to get 9.34 points per run or 1.17 points per energy just by doing the runs. So if you wanted to finish it out completely, you'd be looking at 34,000 energy just by doing Brutal 12-3. Nothing else, no leveling, just by running the dungeon. That's expensive. I wouldn't recommend doing that. But that is something to keep in mind. For 12.3 Nightmare, you'd be getting 0.7 points per energy. You do get more experience per run, but I prefer to go to 12.3 Brutal, so I get a little bit more, actually a good chunk more silver. Now, for 3-star champs, this is the breakdown. I would recommend taking your champions to the efficient levels before ranking them up for sure. Like, honestly, for level 1s, I'll probably take them all to level 10. 1 stars and 2 stars, or rank 1, rank 2, both get the same amount of points per level. So for me, it just seems efficient to take all my 1 stars to level 10 before ranking them up. And then for level 2, 3, and 4, if I do any of these ranked champions, I'll take them to level 7, 12, 19, or whatever thing is set over here. And I will do that, make it go by a little bit faster as well. And I'll do that with brews, make it also a little bit more simple. For 3 stars and above, I'll definitely be using brews. I mean, 1 brew on a 3 star is not that bad. I don't have many 3 stars, but it's definitely something I will do, which would actually lower the points on that ChatGPT breakdown as well. Now, if you want to do this breakdown, I have some other stuff here mentioned. 12.6 Nightmare with 1-star champions. You get plus 15 points for ranking up the champions. Each champion is going to give you 5 points going from rank 1 to rank 2. Rank all 3 of them up, you get plus 15 points. So it actually turns out to be 3.5 points per energy on Nightmare. So if you're just doing this the whole day, which don't do this because it would be horrible, because you would need way more 1-star champions than what you have. But if it's 56 points per run, let's see what you would need. Just get an idea. So divide by 56.17, that's including the gear drops. You'd have to do 712 runs. Just keep in mind, 712, it'd be times 6 actually. You'd need 4,000 rank 1 champions. Actually, it's right there. I already did the math on that, which is horrible. Don't do that. You're opening way too many mystery shards. But if you did that, I guess you technically could finish this out spending 11,000 energy. So I think it's crazy. It's a lot of mystery shards, but you could do it. And honestly, not that much energy. How many gems would that be? 11,000 divided by 130 times 40 would be 3,000 gems, which is a good chunk. But you'd be actually making some pretty good progress in the champion chase tournament, but you really would be setting yourself up for failure as far as your mystery shard stockpile, which some of us don't even care about that. But mystery shards don't drop on Nightmare, so it's another thing to be careful for. If you want to have a stockpile of mystery shards, you need to do plenty of brutal. But as far as the ChatGPT breakdown, this is what they said. So, level rank 1 champions to level 10, 16 energy per champion. For 800 rank 1 champions, it'd be 12,000 energy. Boom. All of them are being ran. Ranking up from 1 to 2, no energy required. This is the part where for some reason ChatGPT just could not get it. I'll show you guys some of the mess ups as well and me correcting them. Sometimes I feel like I need to be polite. Yeah, please correct this. It is incorrect. It's a robot. Why am I being polite? I guess to put myself on their good side whenever they take over the world, which is going to be a while from now. I can guarantee that. Leveling up 400 rank 2 champions to level 7. I had to clarify several times that the champions here, I would need to level up a portion of them to level 20. If not, they couldn't rank up. It could be on me for not explaining it very well, but this is the breakdown there. And all this looks good to me. Now, there are points going from rank 2 to rank 3, I believe. There should be. If not, then it's going to be even less energy than what's estimated down here at the bottom. Leveling rank 1 champions to level 10, we're going to get 8,000 points. Ranking up rank 1 to rank 2, which this is going to cost how much energy? I guess we'll see at the bottom. Ranking up rank 1 to 2, 5 points per rank 1 champion. For 400 rank 1 champions, we get 2,000 points. So that's 10,000 points right there. Taking rank 2 to level 7, get 2,800 points. Rank 2 to rank 3, that's going to be 133 champions going to rank 3. So another 2,000 points basically. And then we'd actually have 133 champions that we get a little bit more points from. So we took those 133 champions to level 12. Rank 3s to level 12. How many points would that be? Rank 3s to level 12 would be 24 points per. So 133 times 24, another 3,000 points there. So that could be pretty decent stockpile right there. Now we have the leveling champions to rank 20. Okay, no. Gear points breakdown. Gear points from rank 2 dungeon runs, which this is going to be from Brutal 12.3. This is from Nightmare 12.6. Total points breakdown right there. And then the total energy. So if you just wanted to do the 800 rank 1 champions through campaign, you would need, this is actually, you need 801, right? Yeah. So 267 times 16, 4,000 energy. So 4,272 energy to get yourself a little bit over 10,000 points, basically. Not really the worst thing. Honestly, that seems better than this breakdown right here. Wait, what is this doing? So how many points would that be? Oh, 8,000 points. Okay, so 8,000 points, about 50%, which honestly seems like running the level 1 champions through this is actually a pretty good breakdown of price, honestly. I mean, it's simple, for sure. If you're taking 801 champions divided by 3 each time, well, no. So 801 champions, all times 10, it's going to be 8,010 points. 800 champions, and then they're going to be all ranked up to 2 stars, so it's going to be 400 times 5, so 2,000. So it's 10,000 points with how much energy did I say? Divided by 3? 267 times 16. I mean, that really seems like a solid way to do this, honestly. 16. So you're looking at 10,000 points for 4,272. So if you want to times 4, 17,000 with just pretty poorly optimized stuff. But this would be what it is. I mean, when I say poorly optimized, what I'm saying is you're not coming in here and doing any 2-star and 3-star. Honestly, I feel like the 2-star is where things really start to fall apart. Because just think about this. You do one run. This is what I did. Okay, so I did 7 runs of the 12-3 Brutal to get a 2-star champion to level 20. That was 56 energy and 105 points, including the rank. But if you're just doing 1-star champions to rank 2, rank 2 is only getting 1 point per. It's just not that good. Is that what they've always gotten, though? I guess it probably is, right? I don't have the thing pulled up from earlier, but rank 1, rank 2 getting the same points. I mean, it's just so much easier to get 10 levels for rank 1. I guess for rank 2, how many levels would you get a Nightmare for rank 2? But knowing they get the same points kind of just feels bad, honestly. So if you want to do it efficiently, looks like you can get this done for, I'd say if you have, some brews saved up, some 4-star champions, some 3-star champions, you have some mystery shards saved up. That's a big thing. You would need a lot of mystery shards. But you get it done for around 15,000 energy, I'm sure. 15, 17 is what this said. I'm pretty sure you stop before level 10. Okay, now they go a little bit above level 10. Okay. Level 11. So maybe just taking these champions one time through here is actually going to be better. What do you get? So this is 16 energy for 11 levels versus 8 energy for... Okay, yeah, this is probably better. 8 energy for, I think, 7. Right? So double the energy, not double the points. Definitely better to just take them to level 3 and just run them then. And then honestly, for this, what I'd probably do is I'd probably still level the 2-star champions in Nightmare. I bet 3 stars when it starts switching in efficiency. But this is going to cost... Actually kind of curious now. If the 2-star champions require less points per run, that'd make a pretty big difference because they're not really efficient right now. 16, 32... And then, what is this? 48. And then the next one put me over, though. 64. Where it was 56 is what I said, right? 56 for Brutal. Yeah, so actually this is still not quite the most efficient either. So Brutal's just the best way. 2-star champions are just brutal, honestly, as far as efficiency goes. They're good to rank up, but getting them leveled to 20 is just not the most fun thing. 3 stars where it's good, or better. It's decent there. And then 1 star is good. 3 star, though, I'll start dropping brews into them a little bit more. But honestly, 1 star seem pretty okay. And I'll probably make some room and start doing that, honestly. Work them up a little bit. Now, obviously, the storage is a big difference. Like you can't store 800. Actually, you can. You you can, in fact, store that many rank 1s. Especially if you have your reserve vault over here not being used for anything. But maybe you don't want to do that. Either way, guys, that's enough rambling. I've gone crazy, I think. But thank you all for watching. Best of luck in this. The biggest thing is however you go about this event, I think it's solid for the pinpoint stuff. But however you go about this, you can definitely consider, heck, we got Ice Golem going right now. Go farm some of this. Go solo it with Artak. Get this done. Jump into the Dragon Tournament. Do Champion Chase. Maybe you don't get a ton of points, but what you will get is at least some rewards. You're picking up the card flips. You're getting the Ice Golem rewards. Maybe go for the Ancient Shard. Level some champions along the way. Maybe you get 1,000 points from that. Maybe you don't. Who knows? You should though, right? What is Ice Golem Stage 10 hard? What do we get for one run, I wonder? This is not going to be any sort of math whatsoever. What's my Ice Golem team though? This is like a pretty Ice Golem-esque team. 20 energy. Nobody's leveling here. Stage 10 hard. I'm just hoping my champions are built. They may not be. I can also get Crixia in here and start doing some of that stuff. This is 20 energy. It's going to be a pretty big variable amount of points, I'm sure. I could check out what the average is later on. But it's definitely something worth doing. I mean, if you get Artak to solo stage 9, it's not difficult to do that. Just do it. Maybe later on I can make a solo video for Artak, or maybe for Ice Golem and Dragon. I'm not for sure. I got plenty of solo videos on the channel, so maybe I don't want to do that. But this you'll finish the lower amount of turns you do it in. So if you're doing a solo champion, you're not going to be finishing it in the least turns. You're going to be taking quite a few turns, but you will be getting more points for other areas. So less turns, more points for this event. But if you do solo, you get to double dip into other things as well. So we got 16 of these little rocks, which this is for the worst thing possible. So this was like a poor energy breakdown. But even for the worst one, what is this? Like, no, wrong way. 0.8, still better than the gear breakdown on Nightmare. Something worth considering there. So Ice Golem may be okay. Nightmare campaign had a low range. 5-star is the worst. 5-star rare is the worst thing you'll get. So definitely do some dungeons. Do some dungeon runs. Do some campaign runs. Do all this kind of stuff. And best of luck doing so, guys. I'll probably throw in Art. I might even +1 my Artak and try to make him do 10 hard consistently. We'll see. But that's enough rambling. Ramble. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate you all. And I'll catch you in the next one.